Oh, yeah, they got that thing lit in my hometown on Beale Street in Memphis. I think I see Alfred's in the background. What y'all know about Alfred's? With that being said, the Grizzlies got an opportunity to salvage their season. All they got to do is win against the Dallas Mavericks. Now, there is a caveat to this Friday night play-in game for the 8th seed. Winner gets the Oklahoma City Thunder. Ja Morant is limping, and the Dallas Mavericks look pretty good against the Sacramento Kings in their first play-in game, 9 versus 10. The winners going to Oklahoma City on Sunday. The losers' season is dramatically over. Grizzlies versus Mavs. Whole lot of playoff implications on the line. I go by the name of yours truly. I am the one and only. I'm Pharaoh. I do this every single night of the NBA season. Thank you so much for tapping in. If you have not done so, you want to really support me, subscribe to the channel, and then grab your phone. Grab this thing now. You're always on it any darn way. Go to my sponsor. Go download an app called Underdog, all right? Ain't no scams, gimmicks, or nothing going on. I would never play with your money because I don't want nobody to play with mine. If you want to really have some fun this playoffs, you're going to go on Underdog. Use my promo code. It's the last 5 of my last name, F-E-R-R-O, Pharaoh. That's my code. You're going to deposit 5, 10, 15, 20. If you're really feeling lucky, put a 50 ball in there. When you make that deposit, you're supporting me and my family, and you're giving yourself an opportunity to win some money. And because you did it with me, you rock with me, I'm going to give you a little extra money. All right, Grizzlies, Mavericks, let's get into it. That was a freaking long introduction if I've ever seen so myself. Oh, Memphis already coming out firing here. Desmond Bane falls to the ground as P.J. Washington over Najee Marshall, who I know he's just recently signed a new deal. He made some more money, though, as Klay Thompson nails the 3 to get this thing going. Oh, Bane, Jaren Jackson for 3. Even if the Grizzlies season ends in this one, they can't blame Jaren. Another phenomenal season for this young fella that continues to get better as Ja Morant continues to go downhill. Bad ankle and all. Apparently took him about 2 injections to even get on the court. And it's decisive, essentially Game 7 type of game for Memphis here at home. Ooh, Marshall. I don't know where Najee fits in with this Dallas team once Kyrie returns, because if you see their lineup right now, they're kind of playing Najee at point a little bit. And then they'll bring in Dante Exum, who they got in the game now. But I don't know how this thing will work out with Kyrie, who's expected to come back at the top of the year, by the way, for those who are not familiar. That was the report from the NBA's best, Shams Charania. He said that the plan is for Kyrie to try to rehabilitate and be ready to go. Very optimistic timeline from the return from a torn ACL, January 1. I don't know where that would leave a guy like Najee Marshall. Oh, my goodness! Wake him up, Ja! 12 coming. That is one of the best dunks of the year. Easily the best putback dunk of the year. Ja Morant on a bad ankle save. Oh, my goodness, what a dunk that was. It's Ja stepping back and stepping up for his team that's up 20 in the grindhouse. Ja having a good start here. He's actually going to go ice cold, though, later in this game. We'll see if it can affect his team enough to where they let Dallas back in this one, as Anthony Davis goes and gets him a bucket. Scottie Pippen, Saudi Aldama. You know, this is an interesting thing for Anthony Davis, who's got the basketball right now, finding Williams. You know, Anthony Davis, I'm sure, probably looked at himself as a guy that would have opportunities at probably 2-3 championships in his career, right? Like, I mean, that's changed. We'll see what happens with Kyrie come back. This looked like a really good team that Dallas is bringing back next year, assuming Kyrie is healthy. Oh, look at this. Williams, 4.6 seconds, a beautiful coast-to-coast, and gets the deuce to go. Dallas still down a bunch, though. Yeah, I'm sure if I'm Anthony Davis, think about this. Anthony Davis probably has no vacation plans, right? he probably assumed himself to be in Los Angeles, getting ready for a long playoff run here with the Lakers, who are looking good with Anthony Davis, by the way. But now, if his team loses, which they're looking pretty bad right now, his season is over maybe a month and a half earlier than expected. I guess the moral of what I'm trying to say is, when you got the rock and you got the opportunity in life, don't take it for granted. I'm not trying to put that on AD because y'all know how much I'm riding for AD on this channel. But, I mean, the reality is AD plays great basketball in 2019-2020, right? Lakers win the ring in the bubble. And in my opinion, he never returned to that form. You just saw Nico Harrison and Michael Finley over there. My opinion is he never returned to that form, AD. And it's kind of where we're at. It's kind of where we're at. He never returned to that guy. The team never bought into him playing that type of position with the Lakers as the four for whatever reason. His shooting diminished, which I think made them even want another shooter on the court even more, as he actually nails the three right there. And you know, I think the team started to look other ways. Like, look at this dime from Ja to Aldama. I always say Ja's one of the three best passers in the league. His passing is better than his athleticism, which is crazy to say, but I really believe it. He is a gifted passer of the basketball. That was Zach Kleiman, y'all. The Grizzlies GM that decided to fire Taylor Jenkins a couple weeks before the playoffs. Memphis got a new coach. Mavs trailed by as many as 25 in that first half. Okay, third quarter. Anthony Davis, no. He had a really big game. It's a 15-point game, y'all. It's a 14-2 run as Morant misses an easy 14-2 run. Dallas, you heard him. Davis wide open. It's down to 10. I want to pull up Anthony Davis's stats because he was a man amongst boys in this game. But will it be enough for Dallas? Anthony Davis had 40 points and 9 rebounds, ladies and gentlemen. Thompson. Oh. It's a 9-point game, ladies and gentlemen. This lead is 9. If Memphis were to blow a lead, man, look at that. Look at that. Look at the attention Zach Edey is demanding. Like, Zach ain't nowhere near the best version of himself, but teams are fearful of him, and they believe Memphis will force feed him the basketball. Right? Look at that seal right there. He is commanding. There he goes, right there on the putback. Not as great as Ja's putback, but hey, he did the job. Zach Edey, I think one of the takeaways for me is, you know, we've seen 7-footers. We've seen, like, Boban Marjanovic was a 7, what was he, 7'4", 7'5"? Nobody closed in or doubled Boban, right? But clearly there's a threat that Zach Edey makes to a defense in which teams are taking him as a serious threat, even in his rookie year. It's Jaren nailed 3. We got a 15-point game again. Ooh, what a take. It's a fine young player here in Williams, bro. I would play him more if I was J. Kidd. Every time the Mavs get it around 12, 15, 12, 13 points, Grizzlies got an answer. Look at Jaren. He went to Jaren. Jaren Jackson, 24 and 7. Zach Edey, 15 and 11. Ja Morant had 22. He did most of that work in the first half, 22, 9, and 7. I think he had 15, 5, and 5 at the half. So I think that just shows you how much of a first half force he was. My guess is that ankle probably tightened up on him and probably made it hard for him to. Oh, look at Desmond Bane. Which, by the way, Ja gave it all he could to play in this one. I don't know if Ja's going to be ready to go in game 1 of this Thunder series, by the way, if the Grizzlies are able to hold on. He's back in there now. I don't know if Ja's going to play game 1. My better judgment tells me Ja sits game 1 and see if the Grizzlies can go win it without him. Because he struggled to get on. It took 2 injections to get him on the court in this one. You just can't inject all these. They're not just going to inject them every game. All right? Like, my guess, because the Grizzlies, and this is why you don't blow it, right? This is why you don't blow it and don't find yourself in the play-in tournament because of stuff like this. Contrast got the rock. Oh, we're going off the glass to Jaren. He went to Jaren. The Memphis Grizzlies are celebrating. They'll be dancing on Beale Street all night tonight. Look at Josh, very savvy now, trying to just waste clock. That's all that is, just wasting clock. Ooh, was that Ja? He's limping though, man. I believe Memphis is gonna let him. I think you sit him game 1 and see if you can go get that game. But congratulations to the Grizzlies for making the playoffs. 120-106 is your final. They got the Thunder in the first round. And for Dallas, this wild season, no Luka. It's over. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Pharaoh, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Pharaoh.